Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to you who joining our new SPE Brazil Tech Tuesday discussion today. My name is Pierre Edouard Vincent. I'm International Relations Officer with SPE Brazil, and the topic today will be um, SPE Technical Sections, what they are and how you can use them. So today on the call, we'll have Greg Hickey, Rafael Purificação, who's also an officer with SPE Brazil, and backstage we have Victor Marini. So Victor, if you don't mind putting together showing your screens with the events that are coming up for SPE Brazil, that'll be a short update on what is happening in the coming weeks in Brazil. Rafael will be explaining a little bit of that, and then I'll present Greg, and Greg will go about his own presentation.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. So it's a pleasure to be here sharing this stage with Pierre Edward and Greg. So like Pierre mentioned, I am an officer at SPE Brazil, so mainly involved on the technical committees. And just speaking a little bit of SPE Brazil. So SPE Brazil was the section was founded in 1985, and we have 15 student chapters linked to us. So we have hundreds of members, over 1,000 members nowadays. And it's in Brazil, besides SPE Brazil sections, we have also SPE Macaé section and SPE Bahia Sergipe sections. So in Brazil, there is a big synergy amongst those sections and co-participation on several events. And amongst those events, like Pia mentioned, and you can see on the screen, we have several events planned for this year. So it's going to be very busy for us. And just going through some of them, as you can see. So by the end of the month, on the 28th and 29th, we have the Brownfields event. So this event will be the third year of this one, happens in Macaé. So it's very interesting, especially for the local and international independent operators coming to Brazil. They acquired, divested fields from Petrobras. It has been a success on the previous years, so don't expect anything less this year as well. Events completely sold out. So right after next month in June, we have Decom PR, which covers decommissioning. So decommissioning all spaces, well plug and abandonment, decommissioning of offshore installations, and as well as onshore installations and subsea infrastructure. So further down on the next month in August, we have the operational safety workshop. So basically, we talk about deep on barriers and regulatory requirements. So which is very very useful, especially given the environment that we have, the strong regulatory environment we have in Brazil. So September we have the FPSO symposium, also recurrent event. So very very famous, and it's a success. This one takes place in Rio. So further down on October, we have a S202, also talking about operational safety. So which is also the second edition of the event. November, we have the Flow Assurance Technology Congress. So flow assurance in Brazil, it's a very, very strong area. So we're going to talk further down on the technical committee about flow assurance. So this event is led by this committee and also recurrent event. And November, the last but not least event of the year, we have the Subsea Symposium, which is the third edition. And previous two editions have been a success as well, all sold out, and bringing very good discussions on the subsea environment in Brazil. So thank you very much, Pierre. So over back to you.
Thank you, Rafael. So now it will be my pleasure to introduce Greg and the topic also. I hope you will find his presentation interesting. Technical sections are definitely something that should be on your mind. It is a great benefit offered by your membership to SPE. It's a way to leverage expertise, good discussions on a number of topics internationally, and have those exchanges with members in the entire world, with very often relevant experience that can help you. So Greg Hickey serves as the SPE Technical Sections Manager. He's been SPE since January of 2020. Before joining SPE, he spent 20 years in the military as an intelligence analyst, serving in multiple deployments and in various leadership positions. Greg continued as a contractor for the Department of Defense as a technical instructor and course developer and manager. He has several instructor certifications, including Army and Air Force Master Instructor, CompTIA CTT and certification, and served as adjunct faculty for the National Security Agency. He brings those training, leadership, and management skills to SPE to support the current 22 technical sections. Greg, take it away, please.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you having me today. It's always a pleasure to be able to spread the word about SPE's technical sections to people in the geographic sections and elsewhere that may not be aware of the technical sections, or may be aware but don't know exactly that much about them and how where they can fit into the SPE plan. So I'm going to bring up my screen here. And a lot of this information may already be known. Some of it's very basic, but some of it, I tried to think of some things that people may not know about the technical sections and include that in the presentation. So basics, what is a technical section? A technical section basically represents a grouping of global members who share an interest in a specific technical topic. So as opposed to the geographic sections, which are organized locally, these are global sections with people all over the world that are interested in the same topic. And who can join? You must be an SPE member, obviously. Professional members and student members can join technical sections. Up till 2 years ago, only professional members could join, but then the SPE board decided that it's good to let the student members join as well, to have that mentorship and kind of see what's going on in the professional world in the technical sections. So there are, there's some differences, but there's also some similarities with geographic sections. Like we said, technical section is a group of people in diverse locations united by a common topic, as opposed to geographic sections, which are the location is the thing that makes them in common, and they can have diverse topics. So that's the big difference. We do have boards, just like the geographic sections have a geographic section board. The technical sections also have a board that manages them as well. And there's a lot of similarities. They both adhere to policies that are established by the SPE International Board. They are semi-independent entities. They organize activities with minimal need for approval. They provided that those activities adhere to those SPE policies. And then they also have staff that provide training, guidance, and tools for them to self-administer themselves. And you can see here, there's a couple of comparisons. You may see or run into a term technical discipline. Sometimes that's referred to as a technical community. SPE has 8 technical disciplines right now. Each one of those features specialized news and programs that cater to the interest of members that are interested in that discipline. Technical section is a group of members worldwide who share a common interest in a specific technical topic that would fall under one of those disciplines. And I'll go into the disciplines here in a little bit. They collaborate, exchange ideas, work on projects related to their technical area of focus. They usually prioritize sharing knowledge and ideas through open discussions, webinars, and events, just like the geographic sections do. Through these sections, members can develop their skills and knowledge and promote competence within that technical field. So we have technical directors that oversee those technical disciplines I just mentioned. So you can see here we have completions, we have data science and engineering analytics, we have drilling, we have health and safety and sustainability, we have projects, facilities, and construction, we have production and operations, and we have reservoir. Those are the 8 technical disciplines we talked about. And for each of those disciplines, there is a technical director that oversees that discipline. And you can see here are the current technical directors. They serve 3-year terms and rotate out. When it's time for the 3-year term to end, they rotate out at ATCE and hand the gavel over to the incoming technical director. And so for those disciplines, all of our technical sections fall underneath one of those disciplines. You can see here, I'm not going to read them all off, but we have completions, health and safety, reservoir, production and operations, drilling, data science, and then projects, facilities, and construction. You can see which technical section. And it's very easy to join a technical section. All you have to do is go to the SPE.org website. As you can see here, this is the main page for the SPE.org. If you go to membership and you scroll down, there's engage technically. And you can see here that I'm going to focus on the technical sections. And this is the technical section SPE.org page. Here is kind of like the go-to place for information on technical sections. We have a link to the SPE Connect technical section home. There's also a resource center for officers of technical sections. There's notes on how to establish a new technical section, which we'll kind of go into in a little bit. And there's a brochure that you can download in PDF format that has a good explanation and a list of all of the technical sections as well. And you can see here's a list of the current technical sections. We have 22, soon to be 23. We're in the process now of creating the offshore completions technical section, which should be up and running here within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So we'll have 23 at that moment. But if you go to this page and you're curious about what these technical sections are about, we'll just use flow assurance for an example. You click on the arrow and it gives you a brief description of what the technical section is about. And then it also has a link to go to their technical section page to get more information. So each of the technical sections has a technical section website on SPE Connect that you can go to and find more information. So if I wanted to go to that page, that landing page, you could go up here to the technical section home on SPE Connect, and you can see it kind of takes us to SPE Connect where we have the SPE technical sections homepage. And here you can see we have a list on the left of all of the technical sections. And if you wanted to go to, say, that flow assurance technical sections page, you can click on the link and it would take you to their technical section page and you can get more information there. If you wanted to reach out to that section, you can look up at About Us and Section Officers, and you can see who those section officers are. Some of the technical sections have their email addresses listed, some don't. If you find a technical section you're interested in and would like to get in touch with them and their contact information is not listed, I can put you in touch with one of those officers. As far as establishing a technical section, if you look through this list and you see a topic that's not listed that you think there's a big interest in, that a lot of SPE members would like to be a member of, or be interested in, you can send a submission and request to establish a technical section. That's how this new offshore completions technical section is coming to be. Back in, they were curious as to what the process was, and they got the support and the background information that they needed. And now, here by the end of this month, hopefully, that new technical section will be operational and up and running. So, and you can always feel free to contact me to find out what information is needed in order to do that. So if you don't see a technical section here that fits a need that you feel might be important, and not just to you but to other members, feel free to contact me, and we can get that ball rolling to see about getting that established. Now we have these technical sections, and you can join a technical section from this link here. Join a technical section. You have to sign in order to access it, but it'll take you to the join up page for all the communities. So if you're not a member of a technical community, you can join those as well. But here you see the list of technical sections where you can join and unjoin a technical section. And you can see this new one, this offshore completions is our new one. It's ready to go, but it's not up totally yet. But you can go through here and say, hey, I'm interested in this, area, this area. And you can belong to more than one technical section. You can belong to as many technical sections as you want. There's no limit. And so all you do is click the one you'd like to be interested in. Make sure you click the save button at the bottom, and then that's how you join a technical section. So it's pretty easy. And so we went through that. We went to the technical section homepage. So pretty easy to get to. And like I said, coming soon, hopefully within the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll have the new offshore completions technical section that'll be joining the ranks of our other technical. Integrated reading on input from the members who were interested in establishing that technical section. But as soon as we hear back from them, we may start the process on that as well. So we may be adding to the numbers after this. So we're always looking to expand. So like I said, I kind of repeat myself on this, but if you see something getting, establishing a new technical section for that. Each of the technical sections is operated in those constitution and bylaws are created by the technical section to help govern them and manage the activities for each technical section. Does have a constitution and it basically governs the constitution is an easy succession of officers. We just kind of went to SPE Connect. We went to the SPE Connect landing page. I'll go there again real quick just to kind of reiterate. This is the kind of the go-to place on SPE Connect for technical sections. We have that list on the left. And then you'll also see they include certain discussions from some of the different technical sections. If you're curious about what's being talked about, you can kind of scroll down through these and see some of the conversations that are taking place in those technical sections. And then SPE, our SPE Connect staff, they include things that they feel might be important and that they might want to share with technical section members as well. Different announcements, upcoming events, things of that nature. So, and also at the top of this page is that link to join a technical section. So if you haven't joined or you are interested in joining a section, you can click there and access that page there as well. As far as multimedia products, the technical sections take part in all types of events, both virtually and in person. Some of the multimedia products that technical sections get involved in are SPE Lives, SPE Tech Talks, the SPE Foundation webinars, any type of SPE event presentations, like some of the conferences and workshops, things like that. We help support educational on-demand videos that technical sections want to upload to Energy Stream, podcasts, and online courses as well. So there used to be several pages. There was a webinar page, there was an education page, there was an online course page. As of January, SPE put those all together in one place, and it's called SPE Energy Stream. I'm going to click on the link here to take you there and show you. It can be accessed through the SPE.org page as well. But Energy Stream is a one-spot go-to place for all training, online courses, webinars, things of that nature. If you click the browse button here, you can see there's live events, technical section by content. There's training courses, events, SPE series, and webinars. So a lot of different, everything that's virtual, multimedia-wise on SPE can be accessed through this SPE Energy Stream. So you can see we have tech talks, there's upcoming live events, recently added, popular webinars, online training courses. So it's a one-stop shop for all those things, those virtual products that sections want to create. They also take part in in-person events. Technical sections plan in-person events like committee meetings, receptions, and the like in conjunction with SPE conferences like ATCE, the drilling conference in Galveston, and the hydraulic fracturing conference in Houston. So technical sections like for this year for ATCE, I just got all the submissions in. We have 6 technical sections that are going to be holding receptions at ATCE this year. Some of them are also going to be holding in-person committee meetings. And so technical sections, even though they're globally diverse, these receptions and these events are a place where they can actually get to meet in person and do some face-to-face, time and share information at these conferences. Technical sections do have to pay for those events if they want. Catering is expensive these days, so if they want catering, they have to pay for those, and that's usually through ticket sales for like a reception, or they can get corporate sponsorships to provide sponsor money for those as well. We do provide each technical section an annual $5,000 allowance for audio video costs that help defray some of the costs for those receptions and things. So we try to help out where we can. We know money's tight sometimes. Sponsors sometimes are hard to get. So we try to help out with the audio video on that. And usually all the technical set paying is for the catering that ticket sales doesn't cover. So, but those are some of the. They also do virtual events similar to what we're doing here. Technical sections can do their own webinars, tech talks, kind of like I said, like your Microsoft Teams, whatever format they want to use. They also participate in some of the normal programs that you're probably aware of, the Distinguished Lecture Program, Petra Bowl. They support that, and they support PetroWiki. So all of that, all the SPE programs that the geographic sections support, technical sections support as well. We do have an outstanding technical section award each year. Basically, it's comprised of the judges are comprised of the technical directors, and we try to pull in some regional directors to help as well. They look at their annual awarding system where those directors choose the outstanding technical section award for each year. And we announce those at ATCE, the geographic sections do. So we've only been doing this for a couple of years now. We say similar for the sections. So we do have those outstanding technical section awards each year that are announced at ATCE. And like everything else, we look for diversity. We want, since these technical sections are global, a global representation, we want, different all the time through our technical sections. And that's pretty much all I have. Are there any questions out there as far as with me or one of the technical sections or anything else you might have? Feel free to ask.
Thank you, Greg. Thank that. Very informative, and you have highlighted the number of technical sections that are already in existence. And Rafael is now going to present something matching a little bit or mapping the committees that exist in Brazil today, and then we'll go about a discussion on that, the differences, and where potentially we could leverage some of the technical sections to create more discussions in Brazil. Rafael?
Thank you very much, Greg, as well. So before I step in into the jumping into the technical sections that you have locally. So for the people that want to see the agenda for each one of those committees, so do they have each committee set up their own agenda, or there is a global agenda for each committee to deliver, let's say, ordinary events or some sort of agenda or for the year?
So they each have their own agendas. We provide guidelines, because we have SPE globally has, we have the same, we have conferences, we have different workshops, things like that, that are every year they're the same, and it's up to the technical section as to whether they want to participate in those. Like I said, for ATCE last year we had 3 sections that wanted to do receptions. This year it's 6. So it's up to those technical sections as to how much they want to get involved with some, in that case, those in-person events. But it's also up to them right now, due to some funding issues. SPE Foundation webinars were reduced to only 2 webinars per year per technical section. So due to funding, we had to cut back on those. But what we've allowed technical sections to do is similar to what we're doing here, is they can use their own streaming platform and have their own webinars and record them and share those recordings, not only with their technical sections, but what they can do is upload that video file to Energy Stream, which we talked about earlier, and make that accessible to all members of SPE. So, like you said, there's no set agenda globally for the technical sections. It's up to them to decide, how they want to participate, how much they want to reach out, and if it's whether it's webinars, SPE lives, workshops. It's up to those sections to decide how they want to do it, when they want to do it, and what they want to do.
And I would say on that, Rafael, I would say yes, it's a bit decentralized, and the best places to get information would be SPE Connect, where there are regular updates. Once you become a member of a technical section, you will receive regular updates about the technical section, about the events, etc. And a lot of the technical sections also have a LinkedIn page where they can advertise, some discussions or events.
They do, and the LinkedIn part came out of SPE Connect is only accessible to SPE members, and those technical section pages are only accessible to members of that technical section. So, with technical sections, like you said, Pierre, they wanted ways to reach out beyond SPE members to get the word out about their technical section. And so many of them have created LinkedIn pages so they can, reach out beyond SPE and try to pull in more members, not just to SPE, but to their technical sections as well.
Okay, thanks for that clarification. So Victor, if you don't mind, if you can share the QR code that has a forms for the local section committees. So now jumping a little bit on what's happening on SPE Brazil, and of course in coordination with SPE Macaé and Bahia and Sergipe sections. So about 6 years ago, we found the need to actually have an agenda more addressed to the local needs. So there was a big boom, if you want to say that, in Brazilian market, given the divestment of Petrobras mature assets, and this brought a lot of new players to the local markets. So and then we created local technical committees. So nowadays we have seven, eight, nine committees. So we have wells, decommissioning, subsea, operations and maintenance, which pretty much covers production facilities, HSE and Brazilian regulatory. We have legal and contracts, flow assurance, and like I mentioned at the beginning, which is very, very strong. And also we have a diversity committee as well as a digital transformation, which was something starting the back when all this was much stronger, much more live on our lives. So and and it's good you brought an overview of what's going on in SPE International, because in a local view we want the technical committees also to link back. As you mentioned, you can be a participant for multiple committees, so there is no limit for that. And we want to actually link the local committees to the international committees, so members that have interests that pair or have synergies with global uh, topics can also participate and eventually exchange information that can add to either their own knowledge or their jobs, or even educational. So Victor, if you can open the forms. So we're just sharing a QR code that will lead to our forms, and the whole idea is just to, whoever is interested can just fill in the form and mark which local technical meetings would like to receive more information and then engage. And it's good to mention that further engagement going through the social media, especially LinkedIn, this has been ongoing for the local technical committees. So we have nowadays have page for the flow assurance. We have a page for the wells, subsea as well, and work in progress for the other committees. So yeah, thanks for sharing. So just for the audience to click and just put your email. So if you have the interested, you're gonna contact you and give you the steps on how to actually enter on these local committees, and also will promote engagement on the international committees presented by Greg. Okay. So Pierre, do you have any final consideration?
No, I think no. I was going to loop back to the presentation from Greg and mention a number of themes which I think are very relevant to Brazil and would hopefully attract some interest from members in at SPE Brazil, and that's definitely um, a good way to open the horizon in Brazil. So a few CCUS, for instance. So yep, it is a hot topic in Brazil. It's a hot topic in many other countries. So if you want to stay abreast and follow what's happening there, that is a good technical section you could join. Methane emissions monitoring, just the same. The objectives of methane emission reductions are pretty much the same worldwide. So that's a good technical section. Well, in event integrity, um, a topic which you and I know quite well, Rafael. We have in that specific technical section gone a step further, developing liaison officers, and Maida Aquino is a local SPE Brazil representative, part of that technical section, and acting as a liaison person for Latin America today. So this is exactly the kind of things that we're trying to develop to bring not only the good things from a specific region or a specific country to a technical section, but vice versa. Attract knowledge and networking from across the world to help address specific issues in one area. Sustainable development, big topic. It's actually a almost like an overarching technical section within the technical sections, because a lot of what we do can also be viewed using the approach of sustainable development. It should be something that is a founding principle in a lot of things we do. Robotics and autonomous systems, very applicable for Brazil, in subsea autonomous subsea inspections, etc. I could go on and on. There's the P&A technical section, which was recently created back in 2023, which again is tackling or covering a number of issues that are universal, pretty much. So something that potentially that could be useful also to members in Brazil, but also the various technical sections, is if we want to organize some specific events, then leveraging or asking the different technical sections for support to help find a good speaker, to bring experience or expertise from outside of Brazil to to provide a bit more broader perspective. That's something we can do also. And 22 and counting, 23 very soon. There could be more in the future, but I think it is there's SPE Brazil, or Brazil, is a big oil and gas country, as you mentioned, Rafael. It used to be dominated by one operator, but things are changing a bit. It's becoming more and more international. There are players coming from outside of Brazil, very strong domestic players also that are no longer the national operator. So it's a good time to open the country to the rest of the world, and vice versa, for the rest of the world to discover smart things that Brazilians have been doing.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Exactly. So as you can see, we have a lot of events on that's the main agenda. So we have some small events as well being organized by the committees. So sometimes we have face to face on one company sponsor, or like a small get together, and where people discuss technically issues, or of course respecting any proprietary information and everything else like usual. And it's interesting, you mentioned trading and exchanging information, and also maybe bringing speakers from abroad, and also promoting speakers locally to bring expertise elsewhere to other locations will be very, very beneficial.
So we had, maybe we'll take a couple of comments or questions from the audience. Luis is asking about, or he'd like to suggest that we would create a WhatsApp community for the SPE technical section. So I don't know if you mean the local Brazil, SPE Brazil community, but there's way too many people to have
Yeah,
it. To have
yeah. If you
even too many for one specific technical section.
Yeah, for Luis, we can just say, just fill in the form, and you can connect to. There are several groups. A quick way to connect is, nowadays we use a lot WhatsApp. So and LinkedIn. WhatsApp is have so many groups here that sometimes you get lost, but you can directly and add you to the specific one, and I'm sure you're gonna have we're gonna engage and find valuable information there.
And a question. So I'll have a few questions just for the audience, Greg, as we discussed, just before the call. So, what does it take for someone who would like to join? You've explained it, how to go onto the website. Do you want to explain the steps again? So you need to be a member first.
Right.
And then that's a few extra clicks, and then it takes you to a different page, etc. So you have to practice that a little bit to become fully versed, right?
Yeah, if you go to the spe.org page and click on membership, you'll scroll down and see the technical. It'll have the geographic and student chapter information first, and then that's followed by the technical information, and you'll see the technical sections link there. And if you click on that, it will take you to that technical sections page where it has the descriptions of all the technical sections, and it has that link to join that can take you right to that page where you join the technical sections. And like you said, the only prerequisite is you have to be an SPE member. So
very good. So another way to join to get to that page is to use the community on top, community button on top of the ribbon on top of the page, SPE page.
Because you can access it there, and also through SPE Connect. If you go to that technical section landing page on SPE Connect, there's also a link there. So 2 different ways to access that. I also put the link in the chat. It didn't let me post comments, so I'm not sure why it's not letting me post in the comments. So maybe one of you can copy and paste those into the comments for everybody.
Yeah, maybe Victor can do that, but it's a different page. If you do that, then it goes, the comments go to the YouTube channel. So you need to be logged into the YouTube channel to be able to post comments. So we can see them, but unless you're logged in, you can't type in the comments.
Okay. Yeah, if you could copy and paste those into the comments, that those are the direct links that, if you don't want to have to click through a bunch of pages, you can just click on those links and it'll take you to those pages.
No, and I think so. As takeaway from the conversation and presentation we had today from you and Greg, I think regionally within Latin America, anybody who would want to potentially or be interested in any of those technical sections and the topics discussed, it's as easy as a few clicks. Then join the community. You'll receive the updates. If you have a problem to solve, there's a certain etiquette. It's like a lot of the online forums. Just don't say, "Hey, my name is whatever, John," and I have. If you want to describe a problem or you need support from the rest of the community, you can request that, but you need to provide enough background information so you can get meaningful responses. That's something we can do. And if anybody within the region would like to consider potentially serving as a liaison person for a specific country, by all means, get in touch with Greg or get in touch with the people managing the technical section, the board of the technical section, and they'll let you know if they would consider having a specific person serving as a liaison, in a country. And it'd be a great way to leverage the membership.
And many technical sections are doing that. They're looking to add, like, some of them call them liaisons, some of them call them directors, but they're looking for liaisons or directors for specific geographic regions to be kind of like a go-to person, for that region, whether it's with the technicals, the geographic section, or maybe student chapters in that area as well. So technical sections are looking to reach out. So
just to address a comment from Leonardo. So he mentioned there will be an event, IADC MPD event in Rio. So this event is not hosted by SPE. So what we mentioned in the beginning was just the events that we host, but also SPE has a lot of partnership with IBP. So also, we participate with papers on OTC, Brazil Offshore, which is very, very strong. Over here, Brazil is bigger than OTC. So, but since we are not hosting those events, I think that one specifically, we are not participating, but we actually participate jointly with other entities on some events.
Yeah, we're looking to try to expand that. I mean, funding obviously is something that has to be taken into account, things like that. But we're wanting to expand that reach for technical sections where they're just not kind of confined to a SPE sponsored or events. If there's a way to get out to like OTCE, things like that, where OTC, where it's not an SPE sponsored event, but we would like a technical section to kind of put their information out there. We're trying to look at ways to make that happen. We haven't come up with any good concrete answers yet, but we are looking and working on that. So that is something that is on our radar.
All right, very good. So again, Greg, thank you very much. We hope to have reached a number of members across the region or elsewhere in the world. And if you have an interest in the technical sections, or if you would like to consider joining some of the good work done locally in Brazil with some of the committees, or would like to take the committees and link a little bit more with the technical sections, I think there's plenty of potential to do that. Rafael, any comments?
No, yeah, I think you said it all already. Thanks, Greg, and thanks you, Pierre, as well, to putting this together. And also thanks to Victor Marini on the backstage running the show, as well as Ian, who helped on putting this together. So there's a lot of efforts on the backstage to make it happen. So it's all done live, and it's really, really appreciated. So without those people helping us, we couldn't deliver anything. So that's much appreciated, Victor and Ian.
In challenging jet lag
Mhm.
conditions. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye
Thank you,
bye.
everyone.